Well, sometimes you just get caught. And in this case, people are still wondering, how did anyone think this was legit, and how did anyone think that they could get away with this? Because the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, on Thursday, finalizing a $6 million fine for a political consultant over a fake robocalls that mimicked President Joe Biden's voice that was urging New Hampshire voters not to vote in that state's Democratic primary until November. And this is not even a joke, even though it kind of sounds like one, because back in May, Stephen Kramer, he's a Louisiana Democratic political consultant, he was indicted in New Hampshire over calls that appeared to have President Joe Biden asking residents not to vote until November. And the Democrat Kramer had worked for Biden's primary challenger, Representative Dean Phillips, who obviously denounced these calls.
Malarkey. We know the value of voting Democratic when our votes count. It's important that you save your vote for the November election.
And Kramer did not denounce the claims, as back in January he did tell media outlets that he paid $500 to have the call sent to voters to raise attention to the danger of artificial intelligence in campaigns. But FCC rules, they prohibit transmission of inaccurate caller ID information. The FCC said the calls were generated using an AI-generated deepfake audio recording meant to sound like President Joe Biden's voice, and the commission said Kramer will be required to pay a fine of $6 million within 30 days, or the matter will be referred to the Justice Department for collection. So yes, the FCC apparently stepping up to the plate to prevent those pesky robocalls. Well, certain robocalls, as FCC Chair Jessica Rosenworcel said in an official report. It is now cheap and easy to use AI to clone voices and flood us with fake sounds and images. By unlawfully appropriating the likeliness of someone we know, this technology can illegally interfere with elections. We need to call it out when we see it and use every tool at our disposal to prevent this fraud. So yes, the FCC going after those that send AI phone calls that may cause election interference. And here's the real question. That recording, that message, did it sound legit to you? Would you believe that the president was actually calling you, talking to you? And was the fine of $6 million too steep or not steep enough for Kramer? Share your thoughts below and let's talk about it.